Hello everyone, so we're another video, and today I'm here in Animal Crossing, as you can see. I thought it would be kind of fun to do a little tour of my island, because, not gonna lie, my island's kind of decked out. It's kind of late right now in Animal Crossing World. I mean, it's only 7:30, like the sun's just starting to set outside right now. But Animal Crossing World, that means it's basically freaking bedtime, I guess. But yeah, I thought it'd just be fun to go over my town and who lives here and all the stuff I got going on. And yeah, so starting off, let's head into the old house, why don't we? We'll go into the island and the layout and stuff later, but first, thought it would be good to go over the house. So starting off, the living room. Yeah, this is where I live, I guess. That's what you do in a living room. Starting off, we have a welcome mat right here, along with this, I think it's called a purple Persian rug. I don't know, but it looks nice. We got a kotatsu with a Pokeball design that I made, and by I made, I mean I stole the design from the, there's like some pixel art of a Pokeball from like a GBA game, I think it was like Pokemon Fire Red or something. Along with the same pattern on the seats. Got a gray switch right here on the table, and a book, which, I mean, I don't read, but it sure does look fancy, don't it? Going over here, sorry, I was going the wrong way, we have the crafting table, a ladybug, and a frog. The ladybug's name is Sophie, and the frog's name is Gilbert. I have named them Sophie and Gilbert. Yeah, they just kind of vibe here while I'm doing my work, crafting up stuff. And there's also like a little bookshelf Gilbert's sitting on top of. Up on the wall we have a little clock with some gears and a sign that I cannot read, but it sure does look neat. And then over on this corner we have this weird shelf thing that I found in the recycling bin at the town hall center place. And wow, who would throw this away? This is so cool. It's got a little owl, like a wooden owl on it, and a little framed photo and some books, and then I put the record player on top of it. Let's see what we're playing right now. Some jams. We're playing 2 days ago right now. A while ago I was actually trying to fill out the whole KK Slider discography, but now I don't really care, and I'm just trying to get the songs that I like. Moving on, we have another bookshelf, a lamp, some fake art, because Red has fooled me more times than I would like to admit. One of these days I'll get that freaking bastard. Then we have my nice comfy reading chair. This is where I do lots of reading, as you can see with my book that I am clearly holding. Next are some books just up above the fireplace along with this clock, and all my awards for having the best house in this freaking game. S rank every freaking day, baby, you already know. Moving on, we have the kitchen, where, as you can see, more fake art, because again, I will get that bastard Red. We have a broom and dustpan, this little rice cooker, which makes a funny little animation. You see the steam pop up and you can see the rice inside there. This espresso machine also has a pretty cool little animation. You can see the coffee flowing out into the cup. And then this is a very expensive kitchen thing. I'm not even sure what you call it, but it has like a sink and like a little dishwashing thing down there, which I actually have not even noticed until literally just now. And I put a little microwave over it where we are microwaving some soup. And then next to that, we got a fridge with another Pokeball design, because clearly I made one little pixel art thing in this game and was so proud that I decided to put it on all of my furniture. And then the little succulent up there that's just chilling on that metal shelf. Alright, and then there's this table. It's got another custom design on it, which was clearly made by some amateur who was very bored and decided to spend 5 minutes trying to create a design that would look nice on a table, but really ended up making just this really ugly looking thing. I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing that. But it works fine for having a cup of tea And yeah, this whole room and like kitchen's got like a wood aesthetic going on. Honestly, it might be a little bit too much with the floors being wood and the walls being wood and the seats being wood and everything being wood. I might change this in the future. I'm not even sure if a kitchen's very necessary in a game where you don't have to eat. Also, if any of you make fun of my voice crack in the comments, I am gonna delete my channel, so please don't. Next is probably my favorite room in the whole house, the flippin' game room, baby! Yeah, this was a really fun room to make. So we got, over here, starting in this corner, a little, what do you call it? A pinball machine, so you can see it does a fun little animation there. And then over here, we have a mini fridge, just, you know, in case you ever feel like changing your clothes for some reason. It's such a weird thing. Why can you change using a fridge? That doesn't make sense. Well, of course, we have the ping pong table in case you get tired of virtual games. You can play a man's game. And then we have my first arcade cabinet that I ever bought in this game, which is Mahjong. I don't know how to play Mahjong, but it sure does look pretty in this little arcade. I've learned that if you just mash the button, nothing happens. There is also this weird, like, what do you call it? OK Motors slot machine type thing from the mobile game, which they did like a little cross collaboration, excuse me, so that you could get this in your Animal Crossing New Horizons game. So that's neat. It does a little like spinning thing, and yeah, you can stop it. I don't know if it's even possible to actually get. Whoa! That's the first time I've ever gotten an actual. Well, of course, on video, as you know, because we only do things legit over here. That's neat. And then we have this one. I think it's called like Street Fight, or not actually. That might be a little bit too on the nose. I think they called it like Fight Fury or something. Fight Town. That's what it's called. So yeah, this one's like the Street Fighter King of Fighters type machine. This one's probably my favorite machine just because I like fighting games. I think they're neat. Of course, couldn't forget about the lava lamp over in this corner. We also have a poster slash painting thing of Mario, Sonic, and Kirby, all made by me. You can tell which ones I put the most amount of time into because the Sonic one actually looks decent and the Kirby one looks really nice. And then the Mario one just kind of looks eh. You can barely see the coins because I made the yellow background and then the yellow coins, so that was a really good design choice by me. I'm about to be an artist when I grow up, so you know, you can clearly see the work translate. And then over here we got the TV and couch setup in case we want to watch some cooking things. You know, as you do in a game room. You ever just want to chill with your boys and watch people make stir fry? Now you can. I also almost forgot this light. It's neat. It has like a little cat person on it, and it's just like a little exit sign. I thought it fit really nicely in here. It wasn't ever really planned to be here, but when I saw it, I knew it would fit so nicely. And actually, before I go, I believe I got an item recently that I thought would fit nicely here. Yeah, here we go. Boom! A dartboard. The possibly final piece to this arcade, because I'm not sure I can fit any more stuff in here. And finally, my room, the bedroom. So over here, starting in this corner, we got my little hamster, who shall not be named, because I don't know what to name him yet. Leave a comment down below what this guy should be named. We have a little candle and a little typewriter over here. A little mirror with a little succulent plant thing hanging over top of it. My wardrobe with a lucky fortune cat, which I heard is actually a pretty rare item in the game, so that's neat, I guess. It's just chilling on top of my wardrobe. Of course, no room is complete without a gigantic pink stuffed bear. It's like a panda bear. I think I just got this in like a balloon a long time ago. Actually, this room wasn't even really planned to be like all the pink and like girly, I guess. It just sort of happened that way. And honestly, I'm kind of okay with it because it all fits very thematically. It's very nice to look at. And yeah, I really like my big pink bear. And then over here, we have my like writing slash art desk. It's called a writing desk, but I pretend I use it for art. And then let me go into the camera real quick again, because if you see over here, that's called like a document stack in game. You can find it at like the store or something. But you can actually customize it to have whatever you want on there. So I have storyboards on there because I'm trying to be an animation person, and I've made a lot of storyboards in real life. So I thought that was kind of neat. And then on the wall we have a cork board thing with a bunch of stuff on it. I customized it to have the Phantom Thief logo on there, which I think is kind of neat. And then if you see on this wall, let me zoom in again, enhance that shit. It's like a bunch of signatures from random people. I'm not sure exactly who. It would be kind of neat if they were people who worked on the game, but I'm not actually sure. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, I imagine they're like celebrities in the Animal Crossing world. And while I'm sitting over here doing my work, I can look over here and be like, yeah, inspiration. And lastly for the house, we have the bed, and it's like this little desk bunk bed type thing. I forgot what you call these, but yeah, I have my little pink gamer girl PC over here, and oh snap, someone's trying to come in. Say hi to the video, Hazel. Anyways, as you can see on my epic pink gamer girl PC, it's got like an art program open. I just really love all the customization in this game with like, you know, just like the fun stuff that you wouldn't expect. Like obviously, if you have like wooden furniture and you can like stain it to a different color of wood, that's like, you know, kind of expected. But the really unexpected stuff, like customizing your PC and it changing what program is open, I really like that stuff. It's a neat touch. Wowee, it's gotten dark since I started recording. Alright, so now I'm gonna move on to talking about the residential area. But first, I'm gonna talk to my main man, Leopold, because he is like one of my favorite villagers. Not my favorite, but one of. We're gonna get to my favorite in just a second. So let's talk to him. Check it out! I'm wearing the T. Parker combo you gave me a while ago. That is true, I gave that to him a while ago. I think about you every time I rock this outfit. That is the sweetest thing I have ever heard. Moving on, we have a very special guest house. I'm just gonna knock on the door, come right in, because you already know who it's about to be. If we just... yeah, there we go. It's my main man, Mo! Look at this fool! Reading! Oh my god! Yeah, Mo is my favorite villager in, like, all of Animal Crossing. He was in my New Leaf village, and he's just such a bro. He's so chill. And as you can see, his house is, like, based on, like, a children's toy room, which is a little bit weird, because I imagined his house would just kind of be, like... you ever see r/male living spaces? That's what I imagine he lives like. But no, he's got, like, a little colorful setup right here, and a car bed. And it beeps when you sit on it. You see that? That is the sweetest man I have ever met. Let's talk. Hey Uzma, do you know what kind of comics Suleiman likes? That's my brother, who also is living on the island. And I do know, which is that he reads manga, if that counts as a comic book, but if you're talking strictly American comics, he doesn't read those. I knew you'd know. You two seem like you're close enough to know everything about each other. That's kind of weird, bro. We just live here. We just live in the same household in real life. Don't make it weird, bro. Moving on from Mo's house, though, over here we have Axel's house, who is not home, as you can see by the lights being off. I just like that these two blue boys got blue houses sitting right next to each other. I think that's kind of neat. I didn't really plan for that. I just wanted Mo to move in, and I'd put Axel's house over there a long time ago. But yeah, it all works out. And then I have my bright orange house over there. And Leopold, what are you doing? Are you trying to break into my house, buddy? Yeah. Don't act like nothing ever happened. I saw you. Walking with your sticks. Down from my house, though, and to the right, we have Fang's house, who also does not appear to be here. And then my brother's house over here with his unchecked mail that will probably go unchecked forever because he has not played this game in a very, very long time. Down from here, we have Rex's house, who is also on the town, it seems like, and a bug that I'm about to catch. Just you watch. Hold up. I can't get past the DIY bench. There we freaking go. What is this, a violin beetle? Ooh, it's a new beetle. I caught a horned dynastid. I'd hate to hear it honk that schnoz. What? Next to Rex's house, we have, what is this, Meringue's house, I think? Yeah, Meringue. We're gonna stop by real quick before we talk to Fang, who's just sitting on her property for some reason. But, you know, we don't really have a concept of spatial awareness in this island. Everyone can just kind of sit wherever they want. And as you can see, Meringue is about to move out, which is a little unfortunate, but, you know, I was thinking about it. I was like, I already have a villager of her same personality type, and Meringue just didn't really click with me. Out of all the villagers who are like special and like have some sort of gimmick, like Anka and that one that scares me a little bit. I don't know, Meringue just never really clicked with me that much, so I'm not that sad, but she wasn't like hated by me, so I am a little bit sad to see her go. Wow. She's so smart. But yeah, Meringue in boxes if anyone wants her, except you won't be able to get her because by the time this video comes out, she's going to be long gone. And now we talk to Fang, whose head is stuck in this tree. Always a pleasure to see ya. Let's chat. So I hear you... So I hear tell you dug up a mess of fossils yesterday, Usman. Wonder if I'd recognize any of them from back in the day. Chomp. Just kidding. I ain't that old, or am I? Ngahaha. Fang, you're a weird old man and I love you. Moving left from Meringue's house and where Fang is currently, we have the town center, where, you know, you can file your taxes or something. I don't know, I've never been in there. And then we have Ellie, my favorite villager. She is also the same personality type as Meringue, which is why I kind of kicked Meringue out. But Ellie is one of my favorites. She's the freaking best. She also calls me Lil One. I like that. Tell me what's poppin', Ellie. You remember our recent visitor, Les, Lil One? I guess maybe I should have asked if you remembered our recent visitor, Handmade Punk. That is my friend's name, and then her tag thing. I don't know what you call it in this game. If someone earns a title like that, the least we can do is use it. Yeah, Handmade Punk. That's really cool. It's a really cool name, Leslie. That's so... I'm not gonna make fun of you for that later. And working out over here, we have my main boy, Axel. Oh, how you doing, Huonk? The footing in the plaza is perfect for doing sprint starts, but it's also so crowded that it's easy to sprint straight into someone. Axel, have you just been knocking people out? Have you been body slamming my villagers? Keep at it, bro, you're doing good work. I kind of ignored this part earlier, but over here, we have this little flower bed thing, which was just sort of to fill space. I thought it looks kind of nice. It's just a bunch of red and orange windflowers. Above the flower bed, we have Leopold's house, and we have Opal's house, who we should be seeing later, because we just saw Leopold. We'll probably see Opal, because she's clearly not here. And if we move around, we can see this little fortune cookie shop thing. This is also an item from the mobile game, I think, that I got sent over into this game, and it's pretty neat. Again, it's just another thing to fill an empty area that I didn't really know what to do with, and I think it looks kind of nice. It's a quaint little area on this island. And then above that, we have another quaint little area. This is what I call like the reading corner. I don't know, I just imagine it would be really nice to have a book and sit down on this bench and just read for a little bit next to all the flowers and trees and stuff surrounded by the bush. I don't know. I just really like this tiny little area. It's very cozy. And next to the cozy little area is Ellie's house, who we just met earlier. And next to that is Pashmina's house. I almost forgot. So we're gonna stop, drop, pop, and lock in to check up on my girl. Pashmina has one of the coolest houses in this freaking game. Look at this place. This is incredible. She's got this like 50s diner aesthetic going on, and I just really like that. Also, she's the only villager I've seen have tech in her house. She has a straight up laptop. That's just crazy. What's she doing on the web? What's she searching up? She's subscribing to CitrusTheNerd? Because that's what you should be doing. Anyways, let's see what she's up to. What's up, Uzman? Need me for something? Yeah, what you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making an iron garden chair. I already know how to make that. So, you know, actually you're worthless and I don't need this recipe. But I'm gonna take it because I only have 2 options. Well, it's not hard and more or less, yeah. So, yeah, sure, I guess I'll take it. Next to Pashmina's house, we have Ike's house, who seems to be out at the moment. And below that, we have some weeds. And next to that, we have my sister's house, who also has not played in an extraordinary long amount of time. Yeah, I don't really have much to say other than should probably clean this area up. And my sister's actually planning on getting a Switch of her own. My brother hasn't been playing because he just got his own recently. But my sister's planning on getting one, and once she moves out, plan on doing something with all this open area out here. I might move some houses around or build something new here, like a cool stall restaurant type place. I'm not really sure exactly, but stay tuned. I might do like a update video to this island tour, so when stuff is changed, you'll be able to see it. Or you can just follow me on Twitter, because I'll probably post it on there anyway. So that was the residential area, but now let's move on to the shopping district. Over here you can see signified by these 2 banister things, I forgot what you call these. We have a little pond with a clock in the center, which was a very cool thing. I just really wanted to do this, and once I got the ability to terraform, this was like one of the first things I did. Other than that though, if you look past the cool ass clock in the middle of the pond, you can see our favorite shop, Nook's Cranny, which is only your favorite shop if you're getting good turnip prices. Otherwise, it's just a decent shop. And next to that, we have some vending machines, which this one has kind of a neat animation. You can see a little thing falls. Actually, a different thing falls each time, which is some nice attention to detail. I really like that. And then obviously a little, soda machine thing, a little trash can. And if we move down over here, we have the Able Sisters shop next to a phone booth, a bench, this little fountain thing, some more benches, and a sign to a different part of the island I'll get to later. But first, I want to talk about the right side of the island. Over here we have a sign to the museum. This was not made by me. I'll put up the creator details and like how to get this design on screen. But yeah, I just stole that design. And over here is the museum area. It's not exactly the greatest. We have more of these infographics, which I also stole from someone, but I tried finding earlier and just cannot find it, so I'm sorry about that. But we have a little fish and a fossil and a stand, and then this little, I think it's called like a restaurant menu, but I thought it fit out here, and a telescope. I do have plans to maybe find like a proper big like dinosaur skeleton and put it in this area, but for now this is all that this area is. Beyond this though, and onto the beach, we have this lighthouse area surrounded by this nice, I believe it's called the red Zen fence, obviously the lighthouse itself, and this little tourist telescope. This area was meant to be a little bit more, but I have not really found anything that I could put here that would improve the scenery. And overall, I'm just kind of giving up on this spot. It's still a decently cool spot, but nothing to really rave about, I guess. Moving back over from the museum and lighthouse area of the island to the... Oh wait! Before we go to the left side of the island, we gotta pop a balloon. Let's see what we get. I believe the blue ones are resources. Yeah, clay. I'm so happy. Like I was talking about earlier though, this sign leads to the left side of the island with the orchard. So if we go over here, run past some lovely apple trees, which are the natural growing fruit on the island, come down here, we have a bunch of trees that have been looted of their fruit, because fruit is like my main source of money in this game. But what would be here are some lovely peaches. And if we move a little bit down, some oranges on these trees. So yeah, I haven't gotten all of the... Oh, wait. I think that was a new bug. Shoot. I haven't gotten all of the fruits in this game yet, just peaches, oranges, and apples. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the rest because I'm kind of running out of space. I might just make it so that there's only one row per fruit, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, as of right now, we only have the peaches and the oranges, and again, these designs were not made by me, they were both made by this person who I'll put on screen. Got it from their Twitter, so yeah, this is a very nice design to use for your orchard if you got one and you're looking for some signs. Other than the orchard though, this area is pretty blank. We got some, what do you call this, a bridge over here, and I believe there's some crafting benches down over here on the beach. But yeah, this area is mostly just the fruit. I plan on adding more to it, maybe adding more fruit and some more just items in general around here. But yeah, nothing too crazy, too special. But if we go up these stairs, you will find the park area. And starting off over here, we have this little pond thing with some flowers, which looks very lovely. And you know, this is like one of the only artificial ponds, or fully artificial ponds in my game. Most of them were already there to begin with. I just sort of shaped them how I want. Like the one in the shopping district was there. It was just a lot more lumpy, and then I shaped it to be a more even circle. This is one of the few that it was not there, and then I decided let there be water. Moving up from there though, we have the soccer field with a couple of benches for you know, families, parents, whatever, to watch their kids have at it in soccer. I really need a soccer ball to just complete this, but yeah, that's what it's like so far. And if we move over here, there is a little sandcastle and some, these things, I don't know, they're always at parks, these like little rideable things. And then, oh hey, this is Rex, who we saw at his house earlier, and he's doing some fishing. Here, fishy, 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 come out of the water so I can taste ya. That's Rex. He's a little bit of a weirdo, but we love him anyway. And then this is like a carnival slash park area where you got like this carnival ride, and then like the cotton candy and balloons, but also just some normal playground stuff like this slide and this like jungle gym thing. Moving up though, we have the campsite area, and this is another area I'm pretty proud of. It still needs a little more work, maybe some more flowers and like maybe some items, I'm not really sure what, but just something to really pull it all together. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You got this little campfire set up where you can sit on the log benches around the campfire and sing our campfire song. You have the actual campsite itself, a little picnic, some chairs and a hammock, and this little glowing spot that I'm gonna ignore because I know it'll piss somebody off. And yeah, that's not too much going on over here, just you know, some light stuff. Actually, let's see who's in the campsite for today. Since Meringue is moving out, the game started throwing more villagers at me through this. And, oh yeah, this girl, I forgot about her. It's Penelope. She has a gigantic bow and is a mouse. Camping alone is so laid back. I can do whatever, whenever, you know? Oh, Bo? Oh, Bo. What the hell? Yeah, I don't like this girl. She's not moving in. You're stinky. Over here, we have the campsite sign, and then you can take this little ramp down, and you're at the flower garden, where there's also Red, you know, just parked right outside of this poster, or like a wanted poster of him, which I think's just a very Red thing to do. I thought it was very funny. I imagined, like, he would totally just pull up right next to a wanted poster of himself, and just be like, that's not me. That could be any red fox, you don't know. There's also this bridge over here to just create ease of access to the park. And that's kind of the theme of my island. That's what I've been trying to do for a really long time. It's just make it the most easily accessible island possible, where no matter where you are, there's a very easy access to get to any other part of the island. And that's kind of the thing I'm most proud of. It's just the way it's super easy to get anywhere you need to be. Moving on though, back to the flower garden. This isn't actually where it starts. It starts back here, where, you know, this is the shopping district. Again, like I said, that ease of access, being able to get anywhere you need very quickly. We have this flower sign, which I think I bought from the store a while ago. I don't really know what it's supposed to be for, or like what it means, but I imagine that says flower garden, because that's what this is, a flower garden. You got some cool stone lanterns over here, and yeah, this is just like a nice place. I imagine, I don't know, couples or something walking along and just having a good old time before they get to the campsite and, I don't know, harass campers. Running back over here though, you might have noticed there are some separate paths. We'll get to this one later, because I want to talk about this one first, and that is this like little secret tourist area. This is one of the few places on the island you have to use a ladder to get up. But once you're up here, you have access to a tourist telescope, and you can see the whole island. And by see the whole island, I mean you can't actually use it, but you can pretend you're looking in. And out of the corner of your eye, you might notice a little secret area over here. You don't really know what's going on over there. You don't really know how to get across, assuming you don't have like a lunging pole or something, which, I mean, everyone does. But whatever, shut up. There's a secret jumping thing over here. I thought that this was kind of fun. It's the only place on the island that you need to like jump across to get to, and I just think it's kind of fun. So yeah, if we jump back across, this is the outdoor spa slash bath area. And this is probably my favorite part of the island, one of at least. You got a little birdhouse and some really neat little paper lanterns. You have a stall with some towels on it when you need to dry off after you're done getting into the spa. So we have a little changing booth and the bath itself and a little radio for the vibes. And some bamboo up there, and oops, spoilers for what's up there. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. It's so nice and peaceful, and oh yeah, I forgot about this, but after you're done, you can sit down on the sauna and just heat up for a bit, which I think is a nice touch. And yeah, I just really like this area of the island. It's very peaceful. And yeah, so let's jump across to get over to that other area I was talking about, which is like the bamboo garden area, I guess is what you'd call it. There's a bunch of bamboo, blue flowers, these little, I think they're called garden lanterns, and then these little potted plant things. Yeah, this is just the perfect spot for like taking a photo. So you just set up your camera, zoom out a little bit, maybe throw on the, what are we doing? Let's do the cinematic black bars, and then share dramatic lighting, and I'm gonna do the smug face. Boom. Crystal clear shot. So yeah, this is like the perfect photo taking place. And at the end of this little zen bamboo garden, we have my main man Godzilla-chan just, you know, hanging out over here. I just kind of thought that it would be funny to have this really peaceful zen garden and then put this giant Godzilla statue here. It's just the perfect clashing of aesthetics that I really love. And that is pretty much everything on my island. We are here back at the outdoor bath, just maxing, relaxing in our little towel, chilling out, vibing. I would like to thank you all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I do plan on possibly updating this in the future if my island goes through some massive changes or anything like that. Or just, you know, might do minor ones probably on Twitter, making smaller videos, just recording quick stuff. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to make. I had a really good time enjoying making this, I should say. So if you are enjoying watching it, again, please hit that like button, subscribe, whatever. And again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all later. Peace.